Young people in the Humber and North Yorkshire area were given an opportunity to be involved in improving mental health services, and across our patch, that's what we've been doing for the past year. We've been coming together to talk about issues around mental health services and helping to influence the children and young people's mental health strategy. Because there should be nothing about us without us. My name is Amy and I'm a volunteer on the Humber and North Yorkshire Young People's Mental Health Advisory Group for Humber and North Yorkshire Health and Care Partnership. We're a group of young people who give advice to professionals and work with them to make positive changes to mental health services for children and young people, because over the years, the professionals have realised how much the services that are being offered to us are in need of improvement. This is our story of how we came together, who we are and what we've been doing to make sure young people's voices are heard and help influence the services that are for us. It all started when we had our first meeting in York just before Christmas. Professionals and young people got together for the first time to agree the what, why, where, when, who, how of engagement and co-production, and to create a plan for how to run a young people's advisory group to help shape children and young people's mental health services across Humber and North Yorkshire. There was even a Father Christmas.
This event is to kick off an ongoing project where we bring together people from across Humber and North Yorkshire ICS to make sure we continue an ongoing conversation with young people. We're very good at consulting on one-off issues, but we as adults decide the issues. What we want is to turn that on its head and have young people tell us what issues matter to them around children's mental health and what we should be doing differently and prioritising.
We have to start looking at a system change to improve young people's mental health. And what we know is that although there are pockets of really good engagement and co-production with children and young people, overall there are a lot of gaps and there's a lot of duplication, same work happening in different places but without that communication. So the idea was to start joining that stuff up and actually just find out from the young people and from the professionals what they want from a collective moving forward. So this was just the beginning today.
Hi everyone, yeah, that's me. My name is Kim, my pronouns are she, her, and I work for Young Minds. I've been asked to kind of set the context for why we're here today, so I am going to do a bit of stats stuff. So in 2022, 18% of children aged 7 to 16 had a probable mental health disorder. The general top line is things aren't getting better, they are in fact getting harder. Things are getting more challenging for young people. And really, I truly believe that young people's voices and co-production and participation is the way to make that change happen. And I think we're all here in this room because we all believe in that too.
I'm just going to very quickly talk to you a little bit about what we as professionals have come up with around mental health. But what we want to do is have young people tell us that is important to us too, or actually your list is wrong and this thing's more important, so that we have an ongoing dialogue with young people rather than us only listening to you when we decide.
So I've heard really good feedback from the young people who've attended today. A lot of young people have come up and said they were really happy that they've been involved from the beginning rather than the professionals making the decisions and then young people invited in further down the line. I've had some young people who said they've made some new friends today, which is really nice, and a lot of young people just telling me that they felt really listened to today, so that for me is a big tick.
This definitely will make a difference, and it will pick up momentum now that we've got something from children and young people.
So moving forward, we will have advisory groups of young people across all 6 places, and we will also have a network of those partners who support the young people to do that work.
The meeting was really productive, and from it we agreed our top 4 priorities. Young people led awareness raising and training on the signs and symptoms of mental health problems and issues impacting young people's mental health, including LGBTQ+ and racism. Easier access to services, young people leading on work and courses about children and young people's mental health to ensure their voices are heard, their lived experiences valued, and are not shrugged off by professionals. Listen to us more. We also made some important decisions about our advisor group. What? A group of young people helping to improve mental health services and support for children and young people. Why? To make sure that young people have a say in how mental health services are decided and run. Where? A big Humber and North Yorkshire group split into 3 smaller groups: Hull and East Riding, North and North East Lincolnshire, and York and North Yorkshire. When? 2 big events every year for the big group, one in the summer holidays and one in November, plus smaller meetings more often in the 3 areas. Who? Any young people from across Humber and North Yorkshire who are 25 or younger and who care about mental health or have experience with mental health challenges. How? We swap between meetings in person and meetings online and invite the people who make decisions about children and young people's mental health services in Humber and North Yorkshire. And so after we listened, we put these words into action by holding our next face-to-face meetings in April with smaller groups in Hull, York and Grimsby.
So today basically what's happening, we're in Hull and we're at the Holiday Inn, and this is our first meeting from when we first met in December 2022 to discuss about our main priorities, what we want to work on over the next year. And the focus on today's meeting is like the access to services for young people.
It was a very important event because it helped us establish meetings, groups and how things can be tackled and what things need to be tackled. So I think it was very successful and very important.
I really enjoyed that event because there was a real co-production between professionals and young people all wanting to achieve the same aim, and that is to improve mental health services. My hopes are for young people to be at the forefront of these decisions. I do believe young people need to be involved in the decisions, especially being made about them. And I think that for young people, if we could feel that the mental health services are truly representative of what we want and what we need, that would be the ideal outcome.
So really what we want to get from today is recommendations for moving things forward, so looking at what improvements we can make, commissioning decisions moving forward and really getting the voice of what children and young people want. What we're doing is putting that across the Humber and North Yorkshire ICS and working with children and young people, so it's just a start of many different consultation events.
I think for me today it's around what do young people want, what do they think works really well, and how can we do more of that, but what do they see as the challenges of that, and how can we hear that and share that then with our services or when we're commissioning new services, so that the voice of young people is within everything that we provide.
I think it's been really good. I think I really enjoy having discussions with people who have different experiences to myself, people who may have used other services to what I've used, but also hearing from people who are working in more of a professional sector in terms of it, who are seeing the same problems as we are, but finding that solution together.
The things that young people come up with when they speak to me, a group of professionals all in a boardroom would not come up with the ideas that they do, so it's really, really important that these continue.
Now, following our local meetings, we had a clear focus on improving access to services. We agreed that up to the end of September, we would go out to our 3 groups to get as many opinions as possible, collecting feedback from young people on their views and experiences of accessing mental health services and support. We created a consultation form and an online version to ask 3 questions. What works well? What doesn't work well? It would be better if. And here is what is happening now. More meetings are happening both online and face-to-face in each of our 3 areas, and we're learning how to deliver this consultation and planning our next events. There are so many ways for young people to have their voices heard and to help make a difference. I know what it's like to not feel like I have a voice and to not be listened to by services for my mental health. I've had my journey and now I want to help these services improve so children and young people can get the help they need. It's taken me 5 years to get where I am today, and if someone had said that I'd be a part of this group helping make services better, I wouldn't have believed them. We've already come a long way from when we started as an advisor group, and we're going to continue to help shape the services that are for us. And together we'll continue to make sure there is nothing about us without us. If you would like to be a part of this advisor group, please get in touch. We would love to hear from you.